What is happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. Tonight we have an exciting unboxing to dig into. We'll go ahead and use our Keith, the Knife Freak channel unboxing knife. His Instagram will be linked below if you have any interest in a handmade fixed blade or just a unique project like this here made out of a chisel. Does a fantastic job. So this is something I've wanted to pick up for quite a while, and I was hesitant to do so, but I finally decided to go ahead and pick one up because I've heard time and time again how well the lock is done, and experiencing the new RS Chaos with this compression lock, I wanted to give Vosteed another chance when it came to a new locking mechanism, at least one that's new to me. The couple of button locks I've gotten from them have done nothing but fail even the most simple spine whack tests. And I mean very light, even just pressure. And, you know, some people say that that's not a valid test, and I think it is a valid test. We want to know that the locks are strong, and, you know, even a simple frame lock like this, you can put pressure on these, and it's not just going to snap closed. You can whack it on something or, you know, bounce off a cut, and these are not going to close. But with those plunge locks, if they are not done properly, they can and will fail on you, and I've seen people get severely cut, you know, from a button lock failing. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and, you know, snag another Vosteed, and you get your typical awesome unboxing experience. You know, nice box. They include a sticker and information. They give you a nice zipper pouch. They give you a patch. You know, they have a great unboxing experience. The RS Chaos came in a hard case, a really nice hard case. Came with a patch, sticker, cleaning cloth. They do a good job with that. So what we have, guys, is the Raccoon here. But this ain't just any old Raccoon. Look at that. Yes, they did a sheep's foot style of Raccoon, and I fell in love with this knife, the regular drop point, and it was a button lock. It was very well done, you know, and I still have it, and I got into this rhythm of testing button locks and how their locks hold up and so on, and I got to the Vosteeds, and both of them failed, and, you know, it was a huge letdown because, you know, and I think they've since tried to start making it right with their button locks, but I even saw just recently on a couple of their new models on a couple different channels that the plunge was also failing on those. So I think they are having some ups and downs with it, but they are trying to get it corrected. But now they started doing a crossbar lock. When the original came out, it was a button lock. The drop point was and is so well done from tip to butt. You know, the pocket clip leaves a tiny bit to be desired, but, you know, I see where they're going with it. And the button and everything was so well done until you get to that plunge lock. And such a letdown. Do I still use this knife? Yeah, I do, but it's for very, very casual, light duty cutting. I know what it takes to break the plunge. I can feel it even moving in there, and that's not, you know, that's not the way it's supposed to be. But it's such a beautiful knife, a nice handle. I love the blade shape, and I saw this sheep's foot version, and, you know, I kind of held back, and I've held back for probably a couple of weeks now at this point. And I was like, I'm going to give it a try, and if I don't like it, I'll just, you know, I'll send it back. But I've heard time and time again that these crossbar locks from Vosteed are, well done. I don't know if it's Kaiser that is still doing these. I see they include a set of Omega springs, which is a nice touch. Wouldn't mind seeing some added hardware in there as well. But I'm hoping the crossbar lock is good to go because I really like this knife. I wouldn't mind picking up a crossbar version of this one, but then again, it feels, pointless. I have this one, but, it's kind of unsatisfactory. But you're getting a good build and good quality here. 14C 28N. You can see it there on the back of the knife. And it does. It feels really good in hand. That lock feels very good, very smooth. You can tell the tolerances are tight. It almost feels like an old Benchmade crossbar lock. If you know what I'm saying, you'll know exactly what I mean. It feels nice. It's got tight tolerances. It feels like it's locking up good. Yeah, there's no movement in there. It is centered up perfectly. The action's very good. And then you have your standard Raccoon handle, which was and is ultra comfortable, and you get this nice little choke up area here. And I think I prefer, you'll have to let me know down in the comments which one you prefer as far as the blade shape. The handles are going to be identical. It's the blade shape that is your main difference. You have the same or similar studs, both thumb studs. You'll have to let me know which blade shape you prefer and which locking mechanism you prefer down in the comments. I'd love to know. I know a lot of people out there hate frame locks. They hate bolster locks. This isn't a frame lock. I don't know why I grabbed that. But people hate bolster locks and they hate frame locks, liner locks, and all that sort of thing. And they like unique locks. And I appreciate that. Not that I hate frame locks or liner locks, but I appreciate new locks and newer locks to companies who haven't done them before. I like that. I like how Vosteed is trying new things. As long as they're trying to correct their mistakes and they don't continue for too long, I think we saw some progress where they were doing the button locks. I don't know why that kind of transitioned back to not doing good, but it's definitely not a good look, that they continue to fail. Any CJRB I grab out of my knife case will not fail under that pressure. There's no wiggle to that lock in there. The Hogue, some of the Hogues that they do, the button locks are fantastic. Now, this is an entirely different animal. We're dealing with a crossbar lock in this case, but it also needs to be done properly in order to lock up well and stay locked up under certain, pressures and certain cuts that you might be doing. It's not out of the realm of the, ordinary to be cutting something and kind of come back up or come out of a cut and the spine of that knife get hit or pressure on it. And, if the lock is not up to snuff, it is going to fail, and it is, going to come down and cut you pretty good. So here are the two newest Vosteeds that I've gotten, and this is the oldest. This is the first Vosteed I ever had, and this really blew me out of the water. They incorporated, a filler tab for left-hand carry. Hell, Civivi is still not doing that, on aluminum models, let alone. And Vosteed was doing it, with some of their first designs, including a filler tab. That's just, to me, if you're not including a filler tab on a $50+ knife and you have it cut, there better be a great reason why there's no filler tab. But here you can see it again. They went with that filler tab. Now this will not have left-hand carry as far as the RS Chaos, but that does not matter. This knife is so damn good. It is just unbelievable how good this knife is. I've not been able to put this knife down, and I have been using this every day. I haven't been able to put it down, and I say that about some knives, and it's true. And it takes some time, but this knife is holding on strong, and I am carrying the snot out of this thing. I'm using it. It's such a useful blade shape. Great poking, piercing tip, nice slicey edge, great ergos. I mean, all the things that you look for in an EDC knife, even a work knife. Definitely can highly recommend any form of the Chaos. But back to the Raccoon here. Whatever's been said about the original can basically be said for this one. It's a good size. It's comfortable. I think I prefer the sheep's foot blade with the crossbar lock, even considering the button if it was fixed, let's say. I think I would prefer the crossbar lock with the sheep's foot blade, because you're still going to have a nice tip that's going to, you know, it'll be all right. Wouldn't be good for like a tactical situation, but I don't know that this one would be a whole lot better, maybe a little bit. But then you have this nice, beautiful edge, a good working edge, and a good working blade shape. And because of that choil, you can get right up behind this guy, right on the tip for your nice precision, detailed style cuts. So I love this blade shape. The thumb studs are nice and comfortable. I would have liked to have seen that jimping kind of roll out a little further. And I wish they would have done something different with the pocket clip and brought this up here. I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind not bringing it up here, unless they wanted it so you had some extra room in there to get it in and out. So see here, they ran the clip to the top at least, or pretty close. But so, you know, they're thinking function over form, which, you know, if that's their reasoning, then I can get behind that. The crossbar lock is done very well. The pivot looks good, looks clean, nice and unique. You have some internal circular milling there, left-hand carry, lanyard hole. The standard pocket clip does work well, and because of where it's located, it is, you know, at times easier to get it in and out of pocket. So I get putting it there. You'll have to let me know which one you would take and which lock you would take, what blade shape and what lock. And hell, what micarta. This is the black micarta. This is the blue. I don't think I said that this was the black micarta version, but the micarta is very nice on this. It's got like a smooth texture to it, but still has some nice grip to it. They did inset the liners there into the micarta, so that looks clean, looks good. It's a great looking knife, and for the money, 14C micarta, good lock, you know, good unboxing experience. It's hard to beat, you know. I'm hoping they get the button lock issues figured out here, because Vastid is doing some good things. They're doing some big things. You know, they took a big gamble with this compression button lock, and, you know, Spyderco was kind of the roller of this, and Vastid on their first try came in and said, you know, hold my beer, basically, because they just nailed this thing. This is so good. I put this up here with some of the best EDC knives in the game. The S-Tau is another one, but this thing is starting to work its way above a lot of stuff. It's starting to get up there, you know, for me, close to like the GOM It's getting up there close to the Voodoo. Like, it's starting to climb the ladder. Now, is it surpassing some of them knives? Not quite yet, but it is getting damn close. So Vosteed's doing a lot of things that I like. I'd like to see him correct that button lock there, but they're on their way, I hope. And I can't wait to see what Vosteed does in 2024. Hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. It helps the videos immensely. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That really helps the videos as well. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, you know, hitting that subscribe button really helps. And so does all the other things that you can do by hitting the thumbs up, leaving a comment. Can't stress it enough. It's a huge help to the video. So if you can do those things, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll be doing an overview of both of these soon. I hope you have a good week, and I'll catch you on the next one.